Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Imagine how good it would feel if $1,000 worth of silver randomly showed up to your doorstep. If you're subscribed to this channel, then that might happen to you. So I'm sure you know what to do. Anyways, this is going to be an incredible video. The man, the myth, the legend, the billionaire investor Jim Rogers talks about silver and how crucial investing into this asset is. That being said, welcome. So I think it's safe to say that gold and silver are tremendously up. Silver up 84 cents at $27.35, approaching that $28 mark, reminding me a lot of August when silver was around $30. Gold, $1,950, up $44.48, reminding me a lot of gold's all-time high around 2000. And this is the beginning of the year, folks. A lot of stuff's happening, a lot of news out there. This could be the beginning. It's going to be interesting. Now look how these charts are very similar. Silver still takes the crown though, outpacing gold, up 3.2%, gold's up 2.5%. So we also have some other stuff why silver prices are rallying as manufacturing economies expand. I mean, that's where silver is going to take on a life of its own as it's used for industrial purposes and gold isn't. But first things first, we're going to talk about Jim Rogers, why he recommends silver. And that's interesting because most big-time investors, banks, they invest into gold because it's safer. It's in the media's eyes and mainstream eyes, it's safer, it's smarter. Silver's still rebellious. I mean, precious metals as a whole are rebellious because they go against the grain. No, they're not pegged to the dollar, but silver, even more than gold, is definitely rebellious. Banks still think of gold as money. Silver, not so much. So to hear someone of this magnitude talk about silver is interesting. So let's talk about this. Both links will be in the description. Legendary investor warns of stock market bubbles in 2021. I even like this article more because he compares stocks to precious metals. Famed investor Jim Rogers, the founder of Quantum Fund, recommended investment in silver in the new year as its price is substantially lower than historic high. See, gold is around its all-time high, around $2,000. Silver is not even close to its all-time high, around $50. So there's a lot of room to catch up. And looking at the way things are going, silver is definitely going to go around its all-time high, but that could be a new life of its own, like the second article we're talking about is coming, right? The time is here. What we've been talking about is actually here, folks. So we got to be on our A game. Silver is down 50% from its all-time high. Gold is down 10% from its all-time high. Less than 10%. I will buy both, but I will buy more silver than gold, he said. The gold price has moved below $1,900 per ounce over the past month compared to its historic high of $2,069 this August. And that was when silver was around $30. So knowing this, and for someone of this magnitude to say this, they're extremely experienced. They're pretty accurate. They know what they're talking about, right? These are investors. They're very successful investors. This isn't just someone making an assumption. There's strategic decisions here. So that of silver approached $50 an ounce in late 1970s to fluctuate below the historic high after that. Silver struggled over the past decade, but turned around after the virus outbreak to trade around $25 last month. Rogers also said that he had bought stocks of companies hit hard by this virus on the belief that things will get better this year. I've been buying travel, entertainment, tourism, wine, restaurant companies because people did not go out and could not go out. But in 2021, people will go out again and will travel again. I disagree with that. I don't think that things are going to go back to normal or that type of normalcy for a couple of years. Think about even if or when it starts to slow down, people are still going to be scared out of their minds to travel because it's still going to be lingering, right? This pandemic isn't just going to go away at the snap of a finger. It's going to take a lot of time. A lot of people need to get vaccinated. They need to test, make sure the vaccine even works with this new, stronger, mutated vaccine. There's going to be a lot of work ahead. And to think it's going to happen in 1 year is unrealistic in my opinion. He thinks otherwise. I think in 2-3 years, possibly. But he is right on the note that when things do get back to normal, people will be traveling and it's going to be very chaotic in that sense. The Rogers Holdings chairman also warned about the bubble in the global stock market, which remained strong last year despite the novel virus. I am not very good at market timing, but I would imagine the bubble will pop later in 2021 because bubbles don't go on forever. And bubbles are already developing in Korea, Japan, America, and some places, he said. Some stocks like Amazon never go down. They go up every day. That is not a good sign. That means the bubble is beginning. And I like that he made that point because I always say this. You never want something to just go up, up, up. Because you know what happens then? It goes down, down, down. Everything, every market, every investment has to have corrections, has to have sell-offs, has to have dips. Bitcoin is about to go down pretty soon. It's overbought, which means the price is way too high, way too fast, and it's going to correct downwards. That doesn't mean it's going to stay downwards, but there has to be a sell-off. The price is so high, people are going to start selling. Maybe not to the degree of back in the day, because people are starting to realize how precious Bitcoin is, with only 21 million Bitcoin ever to be made, and a lot of them are lost. A lot of people are holding them. There's a very small amount of Bitcoin left for people to mine or to grab. But that being said, people still sell. $32,000 is a high price. It's very tempting to sell. Same goes with everything else. Silver up to, this high, people, they're going to sell. We have to be careful. And like Evie even said, he's not very good at timing. Buy the dips, sell the tops. So when the correction occurs, there's going to be opportunity. You do not want something to just keep going up. That's a very, very bad sign. That also could signal a bubble like he's talking about. New investors, when these corrections happen, don't start panicking. Remember, it's actually healthy for it to go down. I know that sounds contradicting, but if you want something to go up, it actually has to go down as well. It's a gradual approach, not an immediate approach. Look what happened when Bitcoin skyrocketed to $18,000 within a couple of months last time. It crashed immediately. Now Bitcoin has gradually approached, and that's why the prices are staying this high. Look at silver hitting $50 in 1980. Happened instantly, and look how it crashed instantly. Look at silver in 2011. $50 happened instantly, crashed instantly. We need a gradual approach for the prices to build some stability, build some foundation underneath its feet, and then it will stay at those prices. So, asked whether he would invest in the big U.S. tech companies like Tesla and Apple, he said that he also worried about the bubbles in those stocks. So there's a lot of speculation, but it is stuff that makes sense, right? Let me know what you think about that interview, about that article. Love to hear your thoughts, and also some of the stuff that I brought to light. What do you think about all that? So silver prices are trading around $27.10, and actually it's up around $27.35 now. While some manufacturing PMIs missed the estimates, there's an overall expansion in manufacturing economies. The rise in this virus has increased the demand for silver as a safe haven. So on Monday, silver prices were up by 2.97% to trade at $27.10. The upward trend was a reaction to the manufacturing PMI readings from various key economies. China, Japan, South Korea, and India have all seen an expansion in their manufacturing sector activities. Investors are also eyeing manufacturing PMI data from the UK, Europe, US, and Canada. Furthermore, as a safe haven, the demand for silver has risen as virus cases surge. And that was obviously going to happen with Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all combined into a couple months. We expected that, right? So countries record expansion of their manufacturing economies. Silver prices are reacting to the manufacturing PMI data set for release today in various markets. Based on its status as an industrial metal, activities in the manufacturing sectors of key economies impact its prices. That's where gold doesn't benefit from that. Only silver does. On Monday, part of the figures that have caught the attention of investors looking to buy silver is China's Caixin manufacturing PMI. I wonder when silver is going to take on a life of its own. We see bits and pieces, we see small glimpses into that world, but it's not here yet. Gold and silver still move almost identical to each other. Silver is gold on steroids, but I'm wondering when silver isn't even a cousin or a little brother, when silver is a stranger to gold. I'm waiting for that time. I don't know why the price of silver and gold are so directly correlated when they have two complete different lives of their own. Silver is used for things, it's used for extremely different reasons than gold is. According to IHS Markit, December's manufacturing PMI stands at 53. In comparison, November's reading was 54.9. Analysts had expected this month's figure to drop by just 1 point to 54.8. While the numbers are lower than expected, they are still above 50. This is an indication that China's manufacturing economy expanded in December, albeit at a slower pace. So, as the day proceeds, silver prices are set to react to manufacturing figures from the UK, Canada, US, and Europe. In the Eurozone, experts expect the numbers to remain unchanged at 55. A similar scenario has been predicted in Germany. Analysts predict that activity in the country's manufacturing sector will be at 58.6 for the second month in a row. So, rise in this virus, the cases push silver demand as a safe haven. Silver prices are also reacting to the rising demand of the metal as a safe haven. Virus cases have continued to surge in the new year. Japan, the government's considering pronouncing a state of emergency in the Tokyo region. The consideration results of the climbing virus numbers. On 31st of December 2020, the country had 4,520 additional cases. And I'm sure that I hope that there's new regulations put in place, because with the numbers rising, especially this new, stronger virus, we don't want this to get out of control. This is serious stuff now. It was serious before, but it's up to an even more serious notch, and I hope people don't start to get lackadaisical just because there's a vaccine floating around, because it still could get out of control just as fast, if not faster, since this new virus also spreads faster. So anyways, and it actually goes into that. In the UK, virus cases are still at record levels following the new strain of the virus. Subsequently, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has hinted at a stringent lockdown restrictions situation is no better in the US, as the country recorded 194,000 new cases yesterday alone. And we don't know if that's the new strain or not. I'm sure, portion of that is. So things are getting interesting. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. And that's why when Jim Rogers was talking about 2021 being a year that people can go out and travel and all that, I don't think that's realistic whatsoever. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Like I said, the link to these articles in the description. Make sure you're subscribed, not for my sake, for your own. I post daily videos giving you guys the inside scoop. All the stuff I cover is written the same day. Look at this, written January 4th. Today's January 4th. So I'm always giving you guys the most up-to-date stuff that you need to know. That's why you got to be subscribed. You have to be. You cannot be blindly investing. You got to stay updated, and I got you guys. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.